Hey everyone, RedPanda7790 here, and in today's video, we are back in Minecraft, in our world, one last time. Unless we do a part 2 to this series, maybe 20 more things that we can, extend this off of. But today we will be recapping and ranking all of my builds so far. So over here, we have where I'll be ranking all builds. These are items that represent each and every build. I'll explain which ones are which, obviously, but we'll go from 20th, my least favorite build, to my favorite build, and we'll be ranking every single one. If you want to, you can leave down in the comments below, if you, what was your favorite build, top 5, what was your least favorite one, but if you want to, you guys can leave a like, subscribe, that'd be pretty cool, and yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into this. Okay, so here are all of our builds, and there has to be a last place. So in last place, my personal least favorite build out of all of these is the Nether one. This was episode 2 that we built it in. To be honest, I thought I had like way more than a minute. I don't know. I think I only had like a minute, maybe a minute 30 seconds, which is really unfortunate because I was really looking forward to like building this one. But I mean, it does not look like it. I mean, it looks like a bunch of it's not very good. So this one will land 20th in our builds for now, which is episode 2, so I didn't have like a lot of hope. I was like, oh man, are all of them gonna be like this? But they weren't. There's actually a lot of good ones in here. So yeah, but let's head to the next one. Now the next one is a little bit hard. It's tough between, I would say, 3 builds, but in my opinion, number 19th is going to be the castle that we built in our last episode. It just looks like a cobblestone box. I didn't have very long on this one, to be fair, and you kind of need a long time to build a castle, so I can't really blame myself. It's also not even, like, look at that. Oh, man. Yeah, now, this one, personally, definitely, it could be arguably the last, but I don't know, I just hate that Nether one so much. So, it is going to land in 19th. Alright, now the next one is really hard because it's between 2, and I don't like either of them, but I'm going to have to give it to the aquarium, which we forgot water. Yeah, not my brightest moment ever. That was pretty funny, but it actually would have been a decent build. We only had 30 seconds to build it, and if we would have had like fish in it and stuff, but I just forgot water and the fish all died. And yeah, I mean, it could have been so good. Like for 30 seconds, it would have been like really good. But yeah, there's a common theme here. The ones that are less time are scoring lower placements. So the aquarium will unfortunately get 18th place. Okay, next up is pretty close with the aquarium in my opinion. Not my favorite build at all. It's the river. It's the 3x3, the smallest area to build in. We actually got this one like decently early, maybe episode 6, 7, but yeah, I mean, it's just not good. I mean, you can kind of tell it's a river, but there's not much you can really do with 3x3 area. I had some recommendations to, like, build it, like, down, or, like, start the river there, down, but that would be more like a waterfall, in my opinion, so, I don't know. This build, it's not very good, but now we are past the really bad ones. Now we start to get into ones that are like, okay, well, we got the really bad ones out of the way, which is good. Alright, next up is one that I personally don't like. I did not like building it, and I don't like to look at it. It is the spaceship over here. It's just, like, not that good. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't look like a spaceship, to be honest. Like, I didn't have that. I only had 3 blocks. This was the 3-block one. So I had, like, a little bit of time. I didn't have that many blocks to build with. So, I mean, you can't really blame me, but it's whatever. Therefore, it gets 16th place. Alright, next up is kind of another tie between 2. The next 2 I find just eh. These are the last 2 that I think are actually, like, bad. But 15th, I'm going to have to give it to the boat. This is our episode 1 one. It just doesn't look like a boat. We only had 5x5 area, so we did not have that many, we didn't have that many blocks to build in, but it just doesn't really look like a boat, to be honest. It's not my favorite. For episode 1, episode 1, 2, they were just eh. So, the series got better as it went on, I think the golden part of the series was kind of like the middle end. That's when we started building all the good stuff, but the boat will get 15th place. Alright, next up for 14th place, right? Yes, 14th place. I'm going to put the car. The car, it doesn't look like a car. I mean, it kind of does. You know, it kind of, I don't know what I was really going for. I'm not really good at building cars. Like, it doesn't really look good, to be honest. Like, yeah, it just looks like a bunch of blocks. I don't think I had that many blocks to build it with anyway. Also, whenever it turns nighttime, a bunch of bats spawn in it, and I have to kill all those, so that's pretty annoying. So, yeah, you know what, you get 14th. And now we are at the point where it starts to get really difficult. I feel like the rest of the builds here are all builds that I'm actually kind of proud of. Like, I don't think any of them are necessarily bad. You know, 13 builds, not that's not bad. Like, 13 builds that I'm proud of. But, I'm probably going to have to give it to the clock next. This build is just kind of plain, in my opinion. It could have been way better, too. Look, we got 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10, 11, and 12. We are definitely missing some numbers. But overall, it wasn't that bad. Like, that was our second to last episode, I think. So, you know what? I could have been better, but at the same time, not bad. So, you know what? I'm happy with it. It's the best clock I've ever built, so. Next up is the computer. The computer's just kind of plain, to be honest. You know, it's a cool idea. You know, we got the keyboard right here. We got the mouse. I think the mouse is actually pretty cool. And then we got the computer, obviously. It's just kind of plain. Like, it's nothing, like, special. I mean, it's fine. It's not bad at all. I think 13th spot is or 12th spot is a pretty good spot for it. So, yeah. Oops. There we go. All right, let's move on. 11th is really hard for me because I do really like this build, but unfortunately, I just don't think it really stacks up to the others, and it's the graveyard. I wish I had more time on this one so bad, dude, because I've never built a graveyard in Minecraft before, and I have wanted to for the longest time, just build like a good graveyard, but it's kind of just plain, you know, we only had a minute on it, which sucked, dude, because we actually had a good area for it, but obviously we have Rip the cow, you know, he's very unfortunate. That was very unfortunate. But I think for only a minute, I actually did really good on it. So, I can't complain. You know, obviously, I feel like that could have been number 1 if I had a lot of time. But, it's whatever. So, let's go ahead and move on. And with that being said, we are officially in the top 10 builds. Only 10 left. In my opinion, these are the best 10 builds that I, you know, did. Comment down below right now if you want to. Which one do you think is going to be my favorite? Yeah, just predict it. I don't know. See if you get it right. You probably won't. Maybe you will, but I don't know. But in 10th place, I really don't want to give this one 10th, but I'm going to have to give it to the racetrack. The racetrack is actually really cool. I think it's really, like, I think it turned out pretty good for not having that big of an area. We had, what, 8 by 8? 10 by 10? What was it? 9 by 9, 9 by 9. Okay, yeah. So, I think it's kind of cool. Obviously, the cars are not very evenly matched. This one's going to win every time. But, you know, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool just to see it. But, to see it go around, like, actually working. And we got the stands here. It's very cool. But it's going to get, what, 10th or 10th, right? Yes, it's going to get 10th place. Let's put it in there. Boom. Alright, I'm going to get rid of a fan favorite one now. I think a lot of people do enjoy this one a lot. This is one of their favorite builds. Personally, it's just not my favorite. It was our 10-minute one, the trampoline, or trampoline park, I should say, because there is a lot going on here. You know, we got the little one here, we got the big one up here, we got the one where you bounce in, you know. This one was 10 minutes long, and it was, honestly, I didn't really know what to add. So, it's not my favorite, you know. There's not much more I could have done with a trampoline. Trampoline is kind of like it's a quick build. I was hoping I would get a quicker one with that, you know, but that's alright, whatever. But, you know what, 9th place is pretty good for it. It's actually, it's pretty good, so, you know what, can't complain about that. Next up, this is tough, dude, because there's some that I don't feel like deserve to be in the top 5, but I also really like, and we only have 3 spots left before we have to get rid of them for the top 5. These are all the ones left. We have all of these here. Boom. But I'm going to have to give it to the theater. The theater was episode 4, and it was actually, this is a pretty good build. It's not bad at all. But it's just kind of, in my opinion, just kind of plain. You know, it's like a theater. That's about it. So, you know, it does its job, you know. 8th place, that's pretty good. So, there you go. Nice job. Okay, here are our top 7 builds, all in my inventory. These are all really good builds that I am really happy with. I feel like my building skills have not improved, but, maybe a little bit. I've never been a really good builder in Minecraft, so that's okay, though. But unfortunately, I think in 7th place, I'm going to have to give it to the greenhouse. It is such... I love it. You know what? I think this is one of the best ones. I think this is arguably top 5. But it's just... I wish I could have... It's off-centered for first things first. It's 3 and 2 that way. Man, this was another one I really wanted to build good. Because I wanted to build a greenhouse. I'll probably... I'll leave this season, and I think I'm in my, in my main survival world. I'm gonna build like a good greenhouse, but it's I don't think a lot of people do like it. I think I'm like one of the only people who do. So you know what? That's okay. It gets 7th place. That's pretty good. Okay, we are about to enter the top 5, but one cannot make it to the top 5, and that one is going to have to be the desert. The desert is so good. I mean, I like it. I know, it's like a mini scale. Oh, we got the brain core on there. It's a mini scale desert, like this is pretty cool. I like the suspicious sand with the normal sand. I like the little temple, the cactus's dead bush. I really like the bones over here too. I feel like I could have done this better, but I really like the idea of it. So it's going to go ahead and get 6th place, meaning we have our top 5 officially. Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna win? Are any of these in your top 5? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, in number 5, this one was good, but it wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty good, actually. It is the mansion. Obviously, this is not really a mansion, but there's only so much you can do when you're given the prompt mansion. This is actually a really nice, little place. We got the inside, and, we got the moat around it. It doesn't look bad. It's just, to be honest, I don't think it's top 5 quality. I think I'd rather have my greenhouse in there, but I think a lot of people did like it, and to be honest, it is pretty good. So it gets 5th place. And we are officially in the top 4. And in number 4, I'm going to give it to the Red Panda logo. This is pretty good. I like it. The only thing I don't like about it is 2-dimensional, which it's kind of like, I don't really like 2-dimensional builds. I feel like they're kind of like cheating when it comes to builds. But, I mean, it is a 2-dimensional thing. Like, you can't really blame me for it. But I feel like it did. I was really not looking forward to this one. When I first got it, I was like, oh man, why did I pick this one as one? But I don't know why I chose fire resistance to represent it. But you know what? It is pretty cool. So it's going to land 4th place, meaning we have our top 3. I don't know if you guys agree or not, or if you guys are going to agree or not on my top 3. But let's find out. So you know what? We'll just go straight into it. My number 3 is the tree. Now, a lot of people did not like this one, I don't think, which is kind of unfortunate because I was actually pretty happy with myself. It is obviously a big tree. It is a big tree, like a big stump. The ratio is not very good, but that's okay. That's fine. I mean, I didn't have that big of area to build in, so I'm making sure none of these are over the border. Okay. But, I've never built a tree that good. I mean, I like it. I like it. I personally like it. I don't know if you guys do or not. But, it gets 3rd place in my heart. Alright, here we go. Our last 2 builds. And in 2nd place, I'm going to give it to the zoo. A lot of people probably aren't going to agree with me. But this is actually the funnest I had building. Let's take a tour through our zoo. You walk in. Oh, we got the axolotls on the... Oh, where are the axolotls? Yeah, apparently they need to be underwater, and they just die if they go on land. So, that was my bad. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. We got the armadillos over here with their little dent. Wait, do they... Oh, no, they're okay. They're over here. I thought the scoop meant they were, like, dead. But they are good. They got the water. They got their dead tree. It's chill. We have our cows that unfortunately one died to lightning, and this is our stone tree. Very cool. I had so much fun building this one. It's also our biggest area too, so that was pretty good. But obviously this means number 1 is the jungle. Now, I love this so much, dude. It's just it worked out so nicely. Like, is any of this over the border? I feel like every time something's over the border on this. Like, yeah, these are, you know what, okay, there we go. I feel like something's always over the border on that one. But, you know, we got the river flowing through here. We got the bamboo. We got the jungle tree. We got the big jungle tree. And we got the temple. I just love this build so much. I mean, I know some of you probably don't. I know some of you don't agree. But, you know, you guys tell me down in the comment section below. Which one was your favorite build? And tell me, should we come back to the series? I'd love to do a part 2, maybe in, like, September, October, November, with 20 more builds. I need some build ideas, though. So, you guys got to tell me. Maybe I'll leave a post, of doing those. I might do some pools to see which ones I want to do next time. I definitely want to do a part 2, though. You know, we can build 20 more areas, 20 more builds, you know. That would be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and put the final one in. In my opinion, the jungle was the best build. So here they all are in the order of what I think the best to, or the worst to best is. So it goes nether, castle, aquarium, river, spaceship, boat, car, clock, computer, graveyard, racetrack, trampoline, theater, greenhouse, desert, mansion, Red Panda 7790 logo, tree, zoo, and jungle. But this series was so much fun. Thank you guys for tuning in every single day to watch the newest episode. And I'll see you guys next time. But there isn't a next time. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.